For you men out there looking for a comfortable and quality sneaker, let me introduce you to the Conroy by Drew. This has a lot of technology built into it. We'll get into that in just a second. Let's talk about specs. This comes in 4 different colors. This is the black version. There's also a navy, white, and gray. Sizes 8 to 16 with half sizes. One of the great things about Drew is they have widths up to 6E, so they got really extra wide widths. This is a very unique shoe in the fact that it also comes in a B, which is a slender. And then of course you get your medium, your 2E, and your 4E also, so you have a wide range of width. You're looking at, I believe this is a suede outer with some fabric here that's going to allow for moisture. If this was all suede, it wouldn't breathe quite as well. Additionally, Drew uses a lot of Drilex for their lining. I think pretty much all their sneakers use Drilex lining. That's the fabric inside the shoe, and Drilex is designed to pull moisture out of your feet and then away from the shoe itself. It gets it out. Also, you've got really nice padding in the heel and the ankle area here, and this is a slip-in shoe. That means you can just simply slide your feet in, pull your feet out, no problem. While there are laces, they're dummy laces, they're just for show, if you will. This specific shoe here is an 8.5 6E, and it weighs 15.5 ounces. It's relatively lightweight, and it has their WalkRight technology. There is a lot of cushioning built into the shoe. We'll get into the WalkRight technology in just a second, but it really starts with this EVA midsole. It's nice and cushioning, creates a lot of dampening, but also in the bottom sole here, there's actually a little bit of cushioning, maybe a mil or so, but then you have their WalkRight technology. Essentially what that is, it's a spacer and a really good quality insole. Let's talk about the insole first. This is a somewhat functional, maybe purely functional insert. What I mean by functional is it's got this piece of plastic through here that is actually going to hold the foot in place a lot better than, let's just say, if this was an insert that had no body, no stiffness to it at all, no rigidity. This has a really nice heel cup. Heel cups are important because when you put your heel in your shoe, you don't want that heel moving around. That's how your feet get tired. That's how your ankles get tired. All that works up into your knees and your hip. You want that locked in. You also have a really nice heel plug here. So this is a great insert, and it's a nice thick insert. 7 millimeters in the front when I measured it, 9 millimeters in the back. Has really strong arch support. That is actually functional. So this piece of plastic comes up on the arch. It's actually going to give you functional arch. If you have flat feet, you'd probably want to replace this insert because it is a really nice insert. There is extra spacing in the shoe, so if you need to go with a custom orthotic, you do have the added depth and width in order to do that. Additionally, you get a spacer. This is going to come in the shoe. It always goes under the insole, and it is designed to give you additional flexibility when it comes to fitment. If you put your foot in the shoe and you find that it's a little too tight, not a problem. Just pull both of these out. This one tends to stick to the bottom a little bit, but peel it out, remove it, go ahead and drop your insole right into the shoe. Simple, quick and easy, and then you'll find that you have more volume because it's not being taken up by this insert, which is about 1/4 inch thick, I would guess. This is really good if you tend to be on the cusp of a half size. One shoe tends to be a little tight, one's a little bit loose. This gives you that flexibility that you're going to want and need. Additionally, when it comes to control and comfort, you have a really strong heel counter on the Drew shoes. Why is that important? Again, we want to lock the heel in. We don't want this collapsing or being flexible. We want to hold that heel in place so it can't move around. If you have your current shoe with you, if you can break this down by pressing on it, then it's not helping you out. It's not providing the support that your feet are looking for. Additionally, through the midsole here, you have a nylon shank. The nylon shank is going to give you torsional stability. You don't want your shoe flexing on uneven ground. Again, it's just going to create a lot of wear and tear on your foot, your ankle, and again, that's going to work its way up into the knees and the hip. We want a stable environment. If you can twist your shoe, especially like a pretzel, again, it's not providing the support that you need. This is the Connor by Drew, a slip-on athletic shoe for men. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those down below. And if you find this type of content valuable, let us know by leaving a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel.